So as you can see, I have no makeup on because today I am filming my updated foundation routine. If you saw my last video, that was my skincare routine, and I thought the best way to kind of follow skincare is with foundation because that's also your skin and it's also very important. Before I like to start my foundation, I'll spray my face, and I always start my foundation on a moisturized, clean face, any makeup look I do. So I'll spray my face with the Facial Solution Oil Mist. It's by It's Skin. It's a Korean oil and water mist with highly moisturizing and radiance effect for dry skin. Totally saturate my face with. I'll apply the Perlise Blue Lotus Brightening Serum. So the first thing I like to do is make sure that my beauty blender is damp. Beauty blenders are the best. I tried to like front on beauty blenders for a long time and I was using Real Technique sponge, but beauty blender is better, so whatever. So the first thing I like to do is, after I moisturize, I apply my primer. And this is the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. And it does have an SPF of 15, which is great. And apply it where you kind of get oily. So after you have primed, I like to take this, and I use this all the time. You can definitely use an illuminator from anywhere, but I use the Becca illuminator in Opal. And I just love it. And it's kind of what I've had, so I'm using it until it's gone. And I kind of put it everywhere I would normally highlight. It just adds glow, you know? And you put it everywhere. I rub it in with my fingers. And I like to do this because I really am into, you know, radiant skin. As you can see, that just gave me like a really nice glow. I'll take my foundation, and I am using the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation in the shade 15 Caramel. And I like this foundation. So I just drop it. Drip, drop, drip, drip, drop. I've been watching Empire because I never watched it. I know. And I really like it. I'm gonna take the brush that goes with it, which I got at Gen Beauty as well, which was not free. What they did was they engraved Tori in a heart. Oh, cute. So that was great. I like this foundation a lot. I'm just gonna spray a little bit of the NYX Dewy Finishing Spray thing. And then I'm gonna blend this. So this foundation is really good. Like, you can definitely control the coverage. For me, I don't really necessarily want a lot of coverage. So I'll start with a few drops first. The color, I will say, no, I think the color is a good match. I asked for a shade like darker than what she would recommend me normally. One, I'm pale-ish, you know, I'm on the lighter side of black people, so I like this to be one shade a little darker, and it's really cute. Okay, does it match? I think it matches enough. What do you think? I'm just gonna take a tiny bit more here. See, if I was color correcting, I would have color corrected around my mouth, because I definitely have a mustache, but it's all right. And a little bit on my nose. Sometimes I do my eyebrows after my foundation. Sometimes I do my eyebrows before. Then I take my beauty blender and I like to go to blend everything out. Bring it down the neck, always. Next, I do my under eye concealer. I love concealer. Concealer is life. So I'm gonna take this little sample I have of the Kevyn Aucoin. I'll put the name below. It's expensive, so don't buy it, get a sample. But it's like a really thick concealer, and you only need a tiny bit. Like, this sample is gonna last me like forever. And I just use a tiny bit in areas where I kind of want brightness. Let's see if this is a good color. Yeah, this is perfect. So can you see that? A little, you know? I mean, if you were to buy it, if you got coins like that, you can buy it. Go buy it. But if you want to save your coins and spend it on something else, then you go get samples, okay? And I highlight how everyone else highlights, you know? I'll make a little fake V. I like circles because I want to be different. And then everywhere else, and this is a very light concealer and it's full coverage, and I like that because although I like a natural face, I want to be full coverage under my eyes. I don't know why, but I do. And then I will take a little bit under here. Again, and I do that everywhere. you know, the high points of your face. And they call it the high points of your face because it's actually like, this is where you want light to come. Contouring and highlighting, contouring brings darkness, highlighting brings light. I actually blend out the concealer a little bit more under my eye, just so it like is in the places that it needs to be, and then I like to let it sit for like a couple seconds. So I blend under my eyes out last, and I will bring it down a little bit side of my nose just to kind of contour that naturally. Take a little bit more, and I like to use a brush. Brushes are really great. This is the Royal and Langnickel Triad Concealer Brush. I'm actually using a brush for the right reason. I get redness around my nose and darkness, so I need to lighten that a little bit. You can see I get very gray because I have a mustache that I have waxed off. Wax on, wax off. So yeah, I just like to do that and let it sit. I will put a little bit here and then a little bit more on my eyelids as like eyeshadow. Then blend it out. So this arm is killing me. Yesterday was arm day. Now I'll blend this out with the Beauty Blender first, and then I will take this foundation brush and go over it so it's not so harsh. I'll take a tiny bit more foundation if I feel like I need a little bit more coverage, which I do around the mouth. And then I go under. Oh no, this definitely has like soap. It sounds weird. Beauty blenders are amazing. Like, I'm so confused as to what people did. But like, was our makeup ever blended? As you can see, yes, that was like a lot of work, but you know, it's a natural finish. And I like foundations that, like, I would say this Total Control foundation is good for dry skin because it seems like it's oily, like, you know, which is like very liquidy, and it's not cream, it's not powder. It does like dry kind of matte, I would say. Like, well, I don't know. It has like a finish, but it's not like, ooh, you shine, and it's more like, oh my God, okay. Skin, it has like a skin-like finish, all right? I'm going to take the banana powder by Ben 9, which everyone knows. I'm gonna just set my under eyes with that. And because I have dry skin, I don't use a lot, but I do it right away, automatically. And I press it in and I drag it out. All right, that's about all the powder I do. I don't bake because I have dry skin, so I don't like baking, but I will kind of let this sit. Like, I stamp it on with the brush. This is a Real Techniques brush, a setting brush. I'll stamp it on, I'll let it sit for a little bit. And I do put concealer on my eyelids just so I have a nice base. So let me set those as well. You just wanna set, put powder on your brows after you like prime them or put foundation or concealer on them, just so the eyeshadows that you put blend better. Now for my contour, I'm going to use the NYX Stay Matte but Not Flat. I don't really have a contouring palette at all. I like to use foundations, powder foundations that's contour. This is pretty dark, I would say. It looks lighter on camera, but it's pretty dark in person. So I use a tiny bit on again, a Real Techniques brush. This is like their contour brush. I'll just go in a little bit. Ooh, okay, blend it out, blend it out. You wear foundation, it definitely, what does it do? What does foundation do? It makes your face look like just flat. So you definitely need, I'm gonna blend it all out, but you definitely need powder. I actually like this color a lot. Now I do my chin, and I will do my nose like a tiny bit. And I will do here a tiny bit, just for some definition, cohesiveness. And after you have that down, you want to take like a big fluffy clean brush, another Real Techniques brush, and you just blend it out. If you ever like get your contour a little bit wonky, just use your powder brush that had your banana powder on it or whatever you use to set. Just kind of clean it up around your nose. I'm gonna blend into your hairline, so you blend up, not down. Now, what comes next? Then I'm going to wipe away all that like extra powder and stuff. So to end my foundation routine, I usually, depending on the day, I will put highlighter on. I'm not gonna put it on now because I really don't know if I want another highlight. What I usually use is the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek in Flexitarian. It's really banging and it's inexpensive. So what I'm gonna do now, because I'm gonna do a makeup look next, I'm just gonna set my face. I feel like I'm forgetting something, and it's really just highlight. So I actually am gonna put some highlight on. I'm gonna use this Highlight and Glow brush from Royal and Langnickel. I'm not gonna wet the brush. Sometimes I will, sometimes I won't. And then you can always just take this, blend it out. Then after you do that, your foundation is basically done. I think it's very simple. Everything's basically inexpensive, and you do want to either spray your face with a dewy finish or a matte finish. I use dewy because, again, I have dry skin. Now you can do your eyeshadow. You can do any makeup look you want. When you have a nice base as your face, a nice face base, I think any look that you want to do is achievable. It's just about getting those like steps down packed, and this is what I do. I think it's super quick, super easy. Once you get your foundation routine down packed, it should not take you a long time at all to do your foundation. Actually, I'm sorry, forgot something. If you do your brows before your foundation, I would apply the brow gel last, just because you may get powder or like foundation or concealer into your brows. So the brow gel will just kind of delete all that and restore the full color, any smudges that you may have made. You ever say a word and you're just like, does that even sound like how it's supposed to sound? All right, guys, so this was my foundation routine. Light, very fresh, simple glow. Of course, a contour cheek because I love contour, and this might be a little much. I will say makeup does fade and kind of melt together the longer you wear it, which is why I do like doing my foundation first instead of after I do my eyeshadow and all that, just because I want it to like melt into my skin to look like skin. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my videos, you should subscribe to my channel and you'll see more of me.